Guys, welcome back. Hope you're all doing very well. First of all, I would like to thank you guys for 610 subscribers as a recording of this YouTube video. I really do much appreciate it, and remember that if you do enjoy the content, hit the sub button to help you reach that 1k goal. I'm going to put up a list of the most recent 10 subscribers that I can see on the screen now. Thank you so much to these 10 people for subscribing and helping the channel grow. I will be updating this pretty much every single video. If your name was on it and it's gone now, it's because you're not in a recent 10 subscribers, so you know how it goes, really. Once we reach a certain goal, I think 1k, I'll update it to probably like 25 people that subs, you know, that type of thing. Eventually it's going to be redundant because I'm not going to be able to update it enough. Hopefully that is a thing that is a problem in the future, because that would be a very good problem to have. But anyways, thank you very much for that. I hope you all had a great weekend. So let's get into this. This will be the weekly banner review. So real quick, I did change the background and the music. It's a little bit of time for that, as it is a bit colder here where I am now. So it's nice to switch things up a little bit. Okay, so we have a free pool here real quick. Just gonna do it. Not gonna review it because it is redundant to try and review this one. As you know, it's just a free pool. Okay, I don't have the Bioc. Oh, I do. Never mind. I thought I had a good pool there, but apparently not. Like I said, this one is back. I did cover this in the past, but of course we'll cover it again. And then this one is still in. Up until when? It's up until the 15th. What? Jeez, dude, that is rough. Okay, but anyways, so we have that. Oh, we have the movie summons as well. Okay, so we'll cover that as well, of course. That's kind of cool. And then the single pulls on it. That's kind of trash, but yeah. Okay, so we have two banners to cover today. It's the Fleeting Dawn summons and the movie cycle summons. Now, let's first of all quickly check with this. Let's see who is in the movie cycle summons. Hopefully my internet is good enough to actually pull through on this. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, cool. So this came in actually today, which is cool. That's why I want to do it on a Monday, not on a Sunday, like my recording, because sometimes they do put it in on a Monday, the new banner. Okay, so we have, of course, these are all the movie characters units. If you haven't watched any of the movies, these characters most likely will be very foreign to you, except of course Ichigo. That's just Ichigo being Ichigo. But like Dark Rukia, Senna, and all the Halvis characters, of course. Then you have the other dude that has Toshira's Zanpakuto as well. These two. I can't remember where they are from. Yin and Yang. I know that's the names, but I'm not sure where they're from. And then that's a Halvis movie character, as well as this is a Dark Rukia movie. This character, I can't remember the names of all the movies. I think it's Memories of Nobody, The Diamond Dust Rebellion. I can't remember the Hell movie. I think it's just Hell movie. I can't remember exactly what it's called. And then there is, I forgot the other one. Yeah, there's 4 movies and I forgot the names of them, so that's fun. They just called it movie 1 version. Okay, well, so let's go over them real quick. Now, I do think that these characters actually have a resurrection, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, these aren't amazing units, but we'll go over them real quick, and I'll test play them, although it's not going to be really worth it. But so, these are very old units, and I mean very, very, very old. As you can see with the model, it's kind of goofy. This was the approach they used when they started the game. It's very goofy models, really. But Soul Trait, Strong Attack, Recharge Time, minus 14%. SP, significantly lower than your standard just bog character now. It's very low, of course. And then his skills are pretty much just, you know, increase normal attack damage 30%, cooldown reduction 14, long reach 20, havoc 20%. Frenzy +1, sprint +1. So back in the day, this may have been considered really strong, but it's not anymore. So yeah. Now, I don't even think it's going to be worth it to test play these characters, because these characters are not going to be for you to actually use per se. It's going to be for the collection. Movie cycle summons is a really rare banner, and as you can see, even the first pool is only 50 orbs. But so yeah, it's these characters are rare. It's rare to see Dark Rukia. She has a strong attack recharge time minus 12%. Very low SP as you would expect. Weaken on all her attacks. And yeah, as you can see, once again, the skills are so little that most characters have enough innates, have enemy defeated bonuses, blah blah blah, even before their normal skills start, and that's just, yeah. So increased normal attack damage 20%, devastation 40%, cooldown 12% on strong attacks, of course, long reach 20%, frenzy +1, debilitator 5 seconds, and sprinter +1. But really cool design, of course. I love the movie character designs, they're really well done. And then Senna, as she's also one of the rarer characters in the game. She has a relatively higher SP compared to other units. So, of course, tad bit better, but still very, very bad in today's standard. Strong attack, recharge time minus 12% on her soul trait. Bleed on all her attacks. And she has a little bit more to her. She is a little bit of a newer character compared to the rest. She's still like 5 years old. But still, it's there, you know. So, increased normal attack damage 20%, strong attack damage 20%, devastation 40%, reduced strong attack cooldown 12%, speed, droplets, drop rate 17%. So, this is how I know she's really old, because I think she was one of the first characters to actually increase droplets drop with a percentage, and the first few were actually 17%. So, yeah. Frenzy +1, debilitated 2 seconds, sprint +1, and guard break. So definitely not the most trash of units, but definitely not anything close to what we just get normally now. I mean, even Rangiku is a billion miles ahead on her, and she's just a guild quest bot, you know. So yeah, definitely a interesting banner. If you're gonna pull on this banner, just remember that, you know, it is a movie banner. I'm not even gonna test play them. Really, it's not gonna be worth it. Although maybe. No, I'm not going to test play them. I'm going to waste you guys' time. This is just to collect them. Really, it's 50 orbs on the first pull, so definitely worth just a first pull on it. Just to try and collect some of these units, because like I said, they are extremely rare units actually in the game. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But definitely nothing to actually use or get excited about, unless of course you really want Dark Rukia type of thing. But yeah, so Memories of Nobody, Fade to Black. That was Rukia's. Okay. So that is Rukia's movie name. Fade to Black. There we go. Memories of Nobody, Fade to Black, Diamond Dust Rebellion, and Halvers. That's the names. There we go. Okay. I'm not a noob. Or maybe I am. No, really. I haven't watched the movies in like years. I need to maybe rewatch them a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So let's go on to the actual banner that is worth it, because she's good. Shinji is really good, and she's also good. So let's quickly just see who is in the pool with them. I haven't seen Burn the Witch units in a very long time, so I'm interested to see when they will come in again. Probably soon. Okay, so this banner kind of slaps. We have really good units in this, except for Gin. Gin is just kind of here. So of course, little Toto, she was part of the Christmas characters of last year. With Grammy, I'm not exactly sure what her specs is. Same with Retsu over here. I don't know exactly what she can do either. I think I have her maybe. Or do I have Isane? I'm not sure. We'll need to check these two out real quick in the album. She's really good. She's a really good Nad. Like, really good character. This Riruka is absolutely bonkers. This chick slaps so hard. Really, really good. Gin is just kind of here because he can be. That's pretty much all I'm going to say about it. He has very visually stunning attacks, but other than that, you know, he's just kind of here. And then she is also a really good unit to have, because she can be a coin runner and those type of things, but really not worth it to pull just for a coin runner, you know. But definitely the top row, and well, everything except the last two pretty much is banging in this banner. So let's quickly check out Little Toto and Retsu, because I'm not exactly sure what their skill sets is, but I'm pretty sure it was good. So let's quickly have a slight look at them. I'm not going to dive too deep into them. They are relatively new, so I'm just going to filter according to the newer units. Okay, so here is Little Toto. So she is a strong attack unit. She has a dual soul trait. Great. Okay, let's start out at the first thing. Stone Ritter, Killer Plots. Okay, very niche, which I once again don't like. But yeah, so soul traits is strong attack, recharge time minus 12%, damage to drained enemies 30%, which is kind of, you know, how I feel about it. It's unrealistic to expect that to always be a thing, because most of the time you kill the enemies beforehand. Artwork, really cool on her. I think she fits a specific niche in Bleach when it comes to her character design and just her aesthetic overall. But yeah, so definitely cool. She has Drain and Lacerate on all her attacks, and she has an EX move. Okay, that is some strong... the EX move also gives a barrier. That's some strong stuff right there. Sprint +1, Long Stride, Weaken Resistance 100%. As innates, really good. Devastation, 60%, reduced shot attack cooldown. 12%, Frenzy +2, +3 in Guild Quest. Okay, so that's really good. Havoc, 20%, debilitated 2 seconds, increased status and chance against Quincy's. Banger. I was worried that because she has a Sternritter killer effect that her status and chance might be against Sternritters only, but it's against Quincy, so that is really good. Increased melee damage 10%, 30% in Guild Quest, so she is a melee strong attack unit. Team Party, increased Quincy damage to status affected enemies 30%, okay. Damage to drain enemies 30%, okay. Weaken defense, great. Marauder, perfect. Increased killer effect, 30%, 50% in Guild Quest, and status and special pressure boost. So she is extremely strong and will be even stronger in Guild Quests because of all of the extra status affected damage and stuff like that. Really, really good overall. But I don't know how she plays, and unfortunately I cannot test play her, but she looks as if she will slap. So definitely a character worth having. Then let's quickly cover Retsu because I'm unsure of her skill set. She's a Quincy Killer Plus, okay. A strong attack unit as well. She has damage, damage inflicted at full stamina, 35% as a soul trait. Not a big fan of it. Artwork, of course, is banging with all of the Retsus, as per usual. She has paralysis on all the attacks and an EX move that does heal, okay. So that is how she can heal herself. So once a minute she can heal herself, which I find kind of annoying. I don't like that. You guys know I don't like conditional only status buffs and stuff like that. So kind of meh on her soul trait, but it is what it is. Innate skills, sprint +1, havoc 20%, great stuff. Sharpshooter, perfect, no problem there. So she is a ranged strong attack unit. Some of the strongest units in the game is ranged strong attack. So that is really cool to see. Reduce strong attack cooldown 12%, so that's just built in on her. Full stam dam boost 55%. If you get hit once, you can pop your EX to heal up, but then for a minute after that, you cannot heal anymore, which is really annoying. Weaken resistance 100%. Frenzy +2, +3 in Guild Quest. Okay, bombardment as well. Damn. Debilitated 5 seconds. Increased stats and chance against Quincy's. Great stuff. Increased range damage 10%, 30% in Guild Quest. Weaken defense. Increased killer effect 30%, 50% in Guild Quest, and status and special pressure boost. So she will absolutely annihilate anything Quincy in Guild Quest and outside of Guild Quest. That is what I like to see. I like to see units that can do both. That is not just limited to being a Guild Quest bot like Rangiku. But of course that Rangiku was just off-screened anyways in anime, so it really doesn't matter with her. So really good, those two. If you guys are unsure, of course, of like where it was, the Scanda's really good. She's an ad. Damage taken reduction 21%. Dodge Quincy damage. She's really good for Guild Quest. She's really good for normal play as well. Not the best, of course, but still really good. She has Enhancer, Booster, Sharpshooter, Poise. You know, the whole caboodle. I'm not going to go through it one for one, but really, really good unit to have. And then Riruka. Let's quickly check where she is. She was back here. So Riruka over here. Insanely strong unit. Her SP is on its lower side when it comes to today's standards, but damage inflicted at full stamina 30%, and I don't mind that because she can heal herself really quickly. She has enemy defeated bonuses, really good innate skills, something we don't see often. Siphoner, if you guys don't know what this is, every 5 seconds she will affect the whole map and try to trigger status elements on each of the enemies. Most of the time they do trigger it, so then you could just get your health back. It's really that cool. A bunch of other stuff, just boosting your full stam dam boosts, frenzies, guard breaks, SP boosts, you know, the whole caboodle. She's really strong and definitely worth to have. But let's get over to the actual 3 units that are the flagship of this banner. Definitely, already I can say just at face value, this banner is worth it. Did I miss somebody that was important? I don't think I did. Let's just quickly check. I don't think I missed anybody important. Wait, I scrolled down way too far. It was, yeah, those are, okay, no, I did not miss anybody important. Okay, cool. So let's quickly just go over these again because I have covered them in the past, but we'll cover them again, of course, no problem. Shinji, really strong unit. He is on power. He is a strong attack character. No affiliation kill plus. Strong attack recharge time minus 14% as a soul trait. Great stuff. Love to see it. He has dominate on all his attacks. Really good thing to have. Really, really, really good. Sprinter plus 1. Havoc 20%. And Marauder. Great innate. Cannot complain whatsoever. Skills. Increased strong attack damage 80%. Devastation 80%. Really high numbers straight out the bat. Reduced strong attack cooldown 40%, that is his soul trait of course. Fire resistance 100%, frenzy plus 2, debilitator 7 seconds extra, really long time on those, which is great. Increased status element chance against no affiliation enemies, great, love to see it. Team party increased damage to status element affected enemies 20%, great stuff. Works well with his 7 seconds and stuff like that. Damage to dominated enemies 100% bonus to them, really nice. Weaken defense, poise break, and status element spiritual pressure boost 80%. Really emphasizes the status elements when it comes to this character. He's really strong. Like, this guy is really strong, and I'll show you guys it in the test play, of course, but he is really strong. Of course, the current limit breaker, this is the ideal character for one of the slots. I can't remember which one it was, but I think it's the first slot actually. Was it the first one? Or the second one? Was the second slot? Or... yeah, it was the second slot. That's right. Yeah, so he is the ideal for the second slot. Riruka over here. Definitely very nice as well. Looks adorable. Normal attack damage 35%. She's a Quincy Killer Plus. She has no status elements, of course, because she is a Guild Quest character. That is the problem I have with her, but she is very strong. She's kind of the same as Candace. It's just... except she has a melee NAD and Candace has a range NAD. But other than that, they are pretty similar when it comes to their skill sets. So definitely very nice. Of course, she has Sprinter plus 1, decreased damage taken by Quincy's 20%, and dodge Quincy damage 50% as an innate. Definitely driving home that whole Guild Quest thing. Increased normal attack damage 110% is insanely high. Yes, remember her soul trait is worked into that, but still that is an insanely high value. Decreased damage taken 16%, great stuff, love to see it because that is what she's going to be needing in Guild Quest. Weaken resistance 100%, floated plus 1 plus 2 in Guild Quest, kind of meh because of the fact that it's not plus 3 in Guild Quest and plus 2 normally, but you know what, it is what it is. Long reach 20%, increased melee damage 10%, 30% in Guild Quest, enhancer, poise, marauder, booster, and increased skill effect 30%, 50% in Guild Quest. The reason why I'm not hammering her as hard for being a Guild Quest character is the fact that we have another Riruka that really slaps hard in normal content, and that is the Valentine's Day one I showed you guys a little bit earlier. That one is insanely powerful, so this one, even if she is a Guild Quest character, it doesn't really annoy me as much, but still kind of cool. Still, I don't like Guild Quest units, it's just one of those things, but yeah. Then Momo, she is a NAD as well, and she is a range NAD with some of the best visuals I've seen in the game. She is a Sparta Killer Plus, then Soul Trait, normal attack damage at full stamina 40%, really high value, okay? And it is okay to have that because she can heal and she also bleeds. Now, it's not on all her attacks, it's only on her NAD and her first strong attack that she has those, and her Soul Bomb, of course, but we don't count that because the Soul Bomb is a one-time thing. Then she has Bruiser 100%, great stuff, Float plus 1. That is a gauge effect, so when the gauge is active, that will proc as well. So she does have a gauge, which is kind of nice to see nowadays. Gauges fell off really hard, but it's nice to see it every now and again. Sprinter plus 1, full stamina only, increased normal attack damage 40%, and sharpshooter as an innate, more full stam dam, great stuff. She can heal herself, so I have no issues with it. She starts with a 70% charge gauge, great stuff. Reduce strong attack cooldown 12%, good. Weaken resistance 100%, gauge rampage, great stuff, makes her gauge charge up quicker. Full stamina increase normal attack damage at 40%, long reach 20%, flurry +1, which is kind of disappointing. If she had flurry +2, she would have been probably one of the strongest units in the game, like no jokes. So yeah, it is that silly when it comes to nads, really. Poise, multi-barrier +2, healer, medic, and hit hidden enemies. So like I said, if she did have flurry +2 on this, yeah, there's a very high chance she would have been probably one of the strongest units in the game. It's really that silly. But yeah, so really good units all around. Let's test play them. We'll start with Ruruka since she is the weakest out of the lot and she is a guild quest character. So just quickly run her through. And then we'll do Momo and then Shinji. So Ruruka, very stunning visuals as you would expect from Parasol characters. They do some really nice effort with these. First strong attack, just a small AoE in front of her. It's good enough for stuns, as you would expect from a guild quest character. Third strong attack is a kind of forward dash and a slight AoE around her. Once again, it's for making distance and space in guild quest. That's the reason for it. Second strong attack is a semi-screen wide boost. It's not a full screen wide, it's definitely a semi-screen wide. And a boost to you, of course, makes you stronger and your teammates. As you can see, trying to kill somebody with a NAD unit strong attacks is near damn impossible. So, yeah, that is just not gonna happen. Trying to not get hit. That's why I'm a little bit quiet, because I do not want to get hit or not. There we go. Okay, and then her special move, I'm going to let her play out. Of course, this is not going to kill the boss. So, yeah. Okay. Let me just kill the boss real quick. There we go. Cool. So that is Ruruka for you. She is still strong, but I mean, you know, she is very much more catered toward guild quest. Lil Toto and Retsu that we looked at a little bit earlier is also semi-guild quest characters, but they're so strong in terms of their skills alone just normally that, you know, it's not even worth mentioning that they are guild quest characters because they will just excel more in those things. So let's quickly do Momo. So Momo, of course, has one of the best looking nads in the game. It really is kind of cute. And has a gigantic reach. Okay, as you can see, my gauge activated and now everything is being one shot. Yes, it's that easy to kill people. Really, Momo is very strong. So we'll check out the strong attacks in the next stage. First strong attack is a AoE that branches out into a bigger AoE and pushes enemies back. Very typical for NAD units to have skills that actually push people back, because that's kind of the whole point of an NAD. Then the second is a barrier that also damages enemies in front. So now she is protected. First strong attack, screen wide AoE heal and knockdown for all enemies, of course. Momo is very strong. Doodah, doodah. Once that gauge activates, man, it's ridiculous. Really, look at that. It's just, it's silly how strong she is. If she had Flurry +2 and Status Ailment Status Ailment attack boost 80%, she would have been the strongest unit in the game. Probably. One of. Okay, just quickly kill this guy. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, there you go. As you can see, very, very strong unit. She reminds me a lot of Agony Eisen on Technique as well, which is one of the best NAD units in the game still to this day, and he has the 80% bonus attack damage on status armor proc. Okay, and then of course Shinji, pretty much the whole reason you would be pulling on this banner in the first place is for Shinji, because this dude just has it all. Really is stupidly strong, so yeah. So his NAD is a very unimpressive but still visually pleasing string of attacks. But that's okay because he's not a NAD unit. So first strong attack. Gathering in front of him, explosion, really nice of course. Second strong attack. Once again, little area in front of him, but really high damage output and a quick animation, which is nice. Third strong attack, we'll do it over here. Screen wide as you would expect. And that is very much screen wide because I kill people all the way over here. Very fast animations, which I really like on it, because it makes it that much easier to use overall. His EX move is like a flower garden thing. That does a hell of a lot of damage, of course. But as you can see, Shinji will just walk through this without any issues whatsoever. He is really, really strong. Check if I can set this element proc one of these guys with an ad. Nope. Okay. Well, then they die. And his special move will definitely just absolutely annihilate everything here. Without a doubt, they just got deleted. So yes, Shinji, this specific variant of Shinji, I think this is the only one that's actually worth it in the game. Anyway, there's another one as well. They're really bringing out strong Shinjis lately. But no, he's very, very, very strong and definitely worth having in your arsenal. Remember, anniversary is literally right here. It's close, guys. It's really close. But definitely the TLDR of this and the quick summary I would do is pull once on this banner. It's 50 orbs, really easy to make up again. And if you get one of these units, you know, even just one of the movie units is great stuff. Yeah, these units are really rare. And of course, if you get one of them, great, you'll make up your orbs by a lot. You know, I mean, you're going to be getting 50 for the 5-star and then 75 for the 6-star. So you will be making some orbs of this if you do get a character on your first pull, of course. Don't go too hard on this banner, please, I'm begging you, because it's really not worth that much orbs. It's just nice to have units. And then this banner is just all round win. I really cannot fault this banner. If you guys want to pull on a banner this week, definitely go ahead and pull on this banner. Remember, this one is still in as well. I have mixed feelings of it, of course. I did say that last week as well. But definitely, I would say pretty much out of the two banners, who was in this one as fillers again? Because depending on the fillers on this one, I think the other one might be better. Quickly check. Who was the filler units of this one? Yeah, okay, whatever. I don't care about the 3 flagships. I covered them in detail. Who was the fillers? Okay, wait. There's the other Shinji. That's really, really, really strong. Yeah, Rangiku as well, really strong. And then OP. In terms of fillers, I would say the other one wins. The other one has better fillers, although OP is really nice. Rangiku, she's nice to have, but not really that much of a necessity. He just, yeah, he exists. The Shinji is very strong as well. Like, I mean, this guy slaps. So, really, Shinji weak. Shinji all weak, really. These two are just dated now at this point in time. So yeah, definitely, if OP and Shinji wasn't here, this would be an absolutely horrid fillers for where we are in the game currently. So yeah, I would say personally, just my personal opinion, of course, of this, but I would think you would get more value out of the Fleeting Dawn summons. That's just my opinion on it, but yeah, definitely worth a few pulls if you have the orbs to spare. And definitely worth it more, once again, in my own opinion, definitely worth it to do that one above this one. I know these characters are new and shiny, but definitely I would say this one is a better banner to pull on. Yeah, that's it for this one, guys. Really, I thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for all the support. Like I said, I will try to keep that list updated that I do. Really, it's a little bit tricky to get it done because some people actually hide their subscriptions. So sometimes when people sub to me, I'll see a sub come up and be like, okay, where are they? You know, show me the name. But then they just hit the subscriptions and I can't see who subbed. But if you are one of those people, thank you very much anyways for the sub. Unfortunately, I cannot show your name on screen because you have hidden it. But that's your own personal choice, of course. But just know I'm aware. So thank you very much for that. Hope you all have a fantastic Monday, and I will see you all again in the next one. Peace out.